On Sunday, Mitch McConnell finally spoke. Not about legislation, not about the Senate. About himself, after nearly a month of near total silence about his own health. Silence that had fueled some of the darkest speculation Washington has seen in years. What he revealed was more serious than anyone expected. A fall, a period of unconsciousness, weeks of tests, and it came out on the very same day the Senate lost one of his closest colleagues. Lindsey Graham, 71, a man McConnell had served alongside for over 2 decades, died suddenly the night before, leaving Washington in shock before McConnell had even said a word about his own condition. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what McConnell said, why his office stayed quiet for so long, and what these two stories, happening on the same devastating Sunday, mean for the balance of power in Washington right now. Let's back up. On June 14, 2026, Mitch McConnell was hospitalized. For weeks, his office gave the public almost nothing. Just a repeated line, he was receiving excellent care and recovering. No details on what happened, no timeline for when he'd return. In the vacuum, speculation online spiraled, some of it wild, some of it downright morbid. With rumors circulating that the 84-year-old senator had died or was permanently incapacitated, the pressure got so intense that Kentucky's Democratic governor, Andy Beshear, took the unusual step of publicly calling on a sitting Republican senator to be transparent with voters about his own health. Then, on Sunday, McConnell finally spoke. And what he described was frightening. He said he'd fallen and been briefly unconscious at the time he was first taken to the hospital. Doctors ran what he called a battery of tests. Along the way, he was also treated for mild pneumonia. He's since been moved to a rehabilitation facility to continue recovering. But McConnell wanted to be precise about what this wasn't. I didn't break any bones or suffer a concussion, he said. I didn't have a heart attack or a stroke. I don't have any tumors or hemorrhages. According to the physician's office in Congress, McConnell has actually experienced several falls over the past year, tied to what they called his post-polio condition, a lasting effect of the polio he contracted in early childhood, decades before most Americans watching him on C-SPAN were even born. His physical therapy now, they said, is specifically aimed at reducing his risk of falling again. Why the month of silence? McConnell answered that too, and it was maybe the most human moment of the entire statement. He said people of his generation often hesitate to share the vulnerability that comes with growing older. And then he admitted something a lot of powerful people rarely admit out loud. Even in the public eye, I feel that same instinct. I can't help it. Alongside the statement, his office released a photo of McConnell smiling next to his wife, Elaine Chao. A quiet but deliberate answer to the darkest of the online rumors. Here's where the timing gets heavier. McConnell's disclosure didn't happen in isolation. It came on the same day the Senate lost Lindsey Graham. Combined, the two situations leave the Republican majority in the Senate temporarily reduced from 52 seats down to just 51. At a moment when the party is trying to push through military funding, advance the president's broader agenda, and confirm a long list of nominees. Every missing vote matters right now. And the Senate suddenly has 2 empty chairs instead of 1. Despite everything, McConnell made it clear he isn't stepping back completely. He said he intends to keep working with his staff on Senate business even from the rehab facility, though he acknowledged plainly that he can't return to the floor quite yet. He's already announced he's retiring at the end of his term this coming January, capping off one of the most consequential careers in modern Senate history, first elected all the way back in 1984, and serving as Republican leader from 2007 until stepping down from that role last year. But in his statement addressed directly to the people of Kentucky, he made clear he isn't finished. I still have unfinished business to complete on your behalf, he wrote, and I have every intention of finishing the job you elected me to do. 2 very different senators. 2 very different Sunday headlines. One of them gone far too suddenly for anyone to say goodbye properly. The other one, decades into a career defined by toughness, finally admitting just how hard it was to let anyone see him struggle. If you want to stay updated as the Senate replacement process for both seats unfolds, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think this means for the balance of power in Washington going into November.